Sports coverage of the NFL International Series brings us across the pond. We're in North London and the impressive Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Jacksonville Jaguars. On the Eagles sideline, it is head coach Nick Sirianni. His guys come in losers of 3 straight following a victory in Week 1. Then on the other side, you've got the Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen. His squad designated the home team here in the English capital. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, Week 5 of the season, Week 2 in London. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, it's the Jaguars and the Eagles set to go. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Here come the Eagles, and that's Jalen Hurts. Year 7 now in the league. The Super Bowl 59 MVP out of Oklahoma.
As you watch the tape from last week, it really just came down to decision-making. Just too often he made the wrong throw, the wrong read, the wrong decision, and ended up costing his team pretty heavily. So it gets back to the basics. Just trust your eyes. Take what the defense is giving you. You don't have to force things. As the game goes on, those opportunities to attack, they'll present themselves.
Now they'll pitch it out here. He's got space inside the 25. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line. They'll try and play with some pace early on.
First and goal, Philadelphia.
A first down throw for Hurts. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be second and goal.
At the Jaguars' 3-yard line.
Gibbs will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will race out to a quick 7-0 edge.
Jaguars nothing.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
You just hope throughout your career, Mike, that you're not on the wrong end of too many games like last week. So many games in the NFL come down to one score. They're very close. And every once in a while, there are multiple score games where you just can't seem to keep it close. They've got to do a better job keeping pace early, get off to a faster start. They want to have a chance. Come the fourth quarter, this thing's within one score. They're going to feel a lot more comfortable this time around than where they were last week.
And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage. You work for everything you get.
Encroachment defense. Still second down.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Irving. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
Hey, defense! Get ready!
And so, that's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Right back to Irving. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down. They're able to convert by plenty on 3rd and 1.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory. The coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And he'll get forward for about a yard. Matt Milano there to stop him. Now they've got 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd down.
And they're not going to snap it. We have come to the end of the 1st quarter of play. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. They've got 3rd down and less than a yard. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down.
A loss of 2 yards.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try to run. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
It's a turnover on down.
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense.
1st down, Eagles.
On play action, Hurts. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That'll be batted it away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down. To throw is Hurts. He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes. This offense moving quickly, and they'll try to get set. Third and long for Hurts. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well,
the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they turn it over on down. On 1st and 10, here's Jones. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
F-18, New York Giants, New York Giants.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back to London, England after this. 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Irving. Open space inside the 10. And he's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Jaguars. His second rushing touchdown of the year.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
And a decent return there. He'll get this just shy of the 30. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. On 2nd down, it's Gibbs. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line. Last 2 runs go nowhere. And sets up 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Forced out wide. Going deep downfield for Judy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Dixon on. He punts it away. He's to the 40. Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment. But he's taken down after a solid return. The Jaguars offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. Throwing on 1st down is Jones. And he'll somehow manage to get rid of it. He took a shot, too. The pass falls incomplete.
It's clear whenever they were trying to set up was not going to work. He went through his entire progression, had nobody to throw the ball to, and just kind of surrenders the play and throws it away.
On 2nd down, here's Jones. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
He'll try to run for it. Defense there to contain the scramble. They stop him well short of the first down mark. On fourth down, here comes the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. Here's Gibbs. And it'll be marked down up around the 18-yard line. Now Hurts going to hustle him up to the line.
A gain of 15. First down, Philadelphia.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down. On play action, here's Hurts. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Here comes the Eagles punt team, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, it's Jones. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. They'll come up now for second down and 4.
Okay, here we go.
Now Jones. He'll air it out deep. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the third quarter. A touchdown apiece. 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line. The Jags offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. So week 5 already of this NFL season. It will continue tonight in Atlanta as the Falcons will take on the Baltimore Ravens. The rare visit to Georgia for the Ravens. And Monday night, Buffalo is at the Rams. Boy, have you seen the Rams already? 3 primetime games to get going. And you include Australia, really. The Rams have been on national TV in primetime 4 of the first 5 weeks once the game tomorrow night is done.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
That's quickly out to Jefferson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up third down.
Justin Jefferson. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Shotgun now for Jones. And his receivers liking it. He'll just throw this one away, and it brings up 4th down. Jaguars ready to punt this one away. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. To return, it's Jackson. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. The Eagles offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now, it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. And the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays, get a bunch of yardage all at one time, because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league, and then now defenses had to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field had to be able to defend space and defend the pass, and there was a lot more air on the field created by the defenses. So now, as a result, the offenses are saying, okay, we're throwing into all these bad looks, all these teams playing dime and multiple defensive backs. We're now going to take advantage of smaller bodies on the field, and we're going to run the ball at you. So the way I like to classify it is, Mike, offenses aren't running the ball more because they want to. Offenses are running the ball more because defenses are encouraging them to do that and saying, I dare you to run the ball 40 times this game and generate enough big plays to score enough points to beat you. Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more of the NFL International Series after this. Irving now gets it to start the 4th. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. We've got rain starting to fall here as they get set for 3rd down. Here's Jones to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Sadiq. 12 yards on that hookup. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down. In motion, it's Jefferson. On play action, it's Jones. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Now on 2nd and long.
It's 2nd down.
To throw, it's Jones. Now screen set up for Irving. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. Here's a big one. This 3rd down. To throw is Jones. The pressure going to cave in on him. He will go down.
A loss of 9 yards. And it's 4th down.
2 minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. Important punt here in this tie game late. Here comes Jackson on the return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive. 1st and 10. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
The ball carrier out of bounds at the 31-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here is 2nd and 7. Here's Gibbs. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal It's first and 10. Gibbs. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's second and 2.
Brings up second and 2.
They'll drop to throw. That ball intercepted. Picked off by Drew Phillips. And the Jaguars are going to take over just shy of midfield.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
And he'll just chuck this one to the sideline. Receiver in the area, so no grounding, but it's third down.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
They still have all 3 timeouts, and here we go with first and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. They'll stick to the ground. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. They'll come up now for second down.
At the Eagles' 42-yard line.
He'll send the receiver in motion to the left. He'll run. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts. A lot riding on this play. High game, final minute, third down.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on fourth down, Mike, based on what they do on third down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that fourth down more manageable.
And this is blocked. They got it. So, overtime coming up. Quick reminder of the rules. Each team guaranteed 1 possession. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts. All the replays come from upstairs. If this first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Good news for the players and the fans alike. The rain has stopped as we get this overtime period underway. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. Now a first throw here in overtime. Escaping to his left. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. So backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Now Hurts. The pressure gets there. Down he goes. Back inside the 20-yard line.
A loss of 6 yards. And it's fourth down.
He'll throw on fourth down with Hurts. And that is incomplete. They took a chance on this opening drive of OT. And now this game changes dramatically as they turn it over on down. In motion, it's Jefferson. A give. This is Irving. Awkward looking tackle there. upended at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Now whistles and a timeout. They'll have just the one remaining now here in this overtime. By the way, radar showing the rain looks to be on the way out as they get set for this second down. They'll go again here with Irvin. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down.
At the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Here's Jones. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now whistles and a timeout. They'll be down to one remaining timeout here in overtime.
38-yard attempt.
This kick is good. He got it. So it's a win here for